The things I think. When I first started this channel, one of my first videos was lesbian TV, and that video is still actually going around. I'm still getting more views, so I thought, why not update it? Why not talk about more shows that have lesbians on them now? Lesbians are coming and popping up on shows everywhere, especially on ABC Family. Yes, you heard me right. I said ABC Family. ABC Family and Fox are actually the gayest networks on television right now. Television is a powerful media, and to have LGBT characters shown as being normal on TV is huge. It is great for the youth to have role models who are also like them. Every time there's a new LGBT character on one of my TV shows, I get really happy. Because one, there's an LGBT character on the show that I love. And two, that means something. That means that network is making the conscious choice to have an LGBT character on their show, showing that being gay is okay. And that's great. That's progress. So let's discuss the shows. First, let's address the TV shows that has lesbians mixed within it. These shows are predominantly heterosexual, but do have a lesbian character. On Once Upon a Time, Mulan turns out to be gay. On the show Being Human, the sister of the werewolf is actually gay. In the TV show Parenthood, Hattie comes back from college and brings her friend Lauren with her. First, she introduces her as just her friend, and then her little brother walks in on them kissing and asks the mom, hey, if two women are kissing, does that make them lesbians? Then her mom asks her about it and just shows her unconditional love and support. Super Fun Night. Super Fun Night is about these three best friends, and they are dorky as all can be. Total outcasts. They were outcasts in high school, and once they got out of high school, they got an apartment together for the last 15 years. And Marika is in her early 30s, and she's finally finding out who she is. Marika is very unexperienced. She never thought about being a lesbian. She never considered herself a lesbian. She always chased after guys, but she's never been kissed. The first time the thought of even being a lesbian popped up was when it was suggested to her. She was out on what she thought was a date, but really the guy thought she was a lesbian, so she thought that he was having her be his wingman. And when he says, oh, I'm sorry, I just thought you were gay, that's when it kind of clicks for her. And then when she was supposed to be hitting a girl up for him, she starts hitting her up for herself, and she ends up finding love with a girl and trying to find how to accept herself being a lesbian in her early 30s. In The Walking Dead in 2013, Tara was their first ever lesbian character. Bones. On one of the shows, Angela, my favorite character, is revealed to be a bisexual when one of her ex-girlfriends comes and revisits her life. Unfortunately, she is won over by men. On the CW's 90210, it was only for a brief second, a couple episodes at most, but Adriana comes out to be a bisexual. On the TV show House, in season 4, they introduce a new character, Dr. Hadley, who's commonly known as 13 because of her number during orientation. And she is eventually confirmed as a bisexual when one of her ex-girlfriends gets admitted into the hospital. As the seasons continue, her bisexuality is being more and more explored. In one of my favorite TV shows, Mistress, I'm not sure if it's still running or not, haven't seen anything about it in a while, it has Alex and Joss. They start dating. At first they were friends, and it was just, Joss's friend who was a lesbian, and then one day she had feelings for her. It also shows the problems of dating straight girls. On Nurse Jackie, Dr. O'Hara actually comes out as being a bisexual. On that sci-fi show Heroes, Claire and Gretchen end up sparking a little flare. Unfortunately, we don't get to see where it goes because the show is eventually canceled. ABC Family's Twisted. Now this came out of absolutely nowhere. Did not see that coming. Lacey starts having these feelings for another girl, and she's the popular girl, and it's really great. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm on my toes just waiting to see what happens next. Now these shows are pretty evenly distributed between heteros and homosexuals within the shows. The TV show Skins, both UK and USA, has lesbian and bisexual couples in it. On the well-known show Pretty Little Liars, one of the main girls, Emily, slowly discovers her sexuality. It deals with her coming out, her telling her parents, how her parents deal with it, and how her friends deal with it. But most importantly, it shows how she has to learn to accept herself before other people can truly accept her. In the sci-fi series Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there is Tara and Willow. Lost Girl. Bo was a bisexual succubus, raised by human parents who adopted her as an infant. During her first sexual experience in high school, she accidentally killed her boyfriend by draining his chi, also known as life energy. She eventually is always on the run until she is approached by the Light Fae, and that's when her life changes forever. She learns who she is. She's Fae. For those of you who've ever wondered what it would be like if Buffy was bisexual, this answers it for you. Because she's a succubus, she cannot be monogamous. She gets her energy and her strength from sexual contact, from kissing, from sex. She's in love with both a woman and a man, human and a werewolf. Degrassi, season after season, addresses teen issues, and it has had a variety of different lesbian relationships. Degrassi has been going on for years. The first lesbian couple that was in my time was Paige and Alex. And then it went to now Fiona and Imogen. Fiona has just graduated, and Imogen is actually sparking interest in another lady. So, can't wait to see where that goes. Now let's get to the shows that are strictly and mostly lesbians. We have to start with the classics. The L Word. There are not words to describe how amazing the L Word is. It is a group of friends who are lesbians in LA, and basically it follows their life and how they live, how they're all connected, how everyone's connected to each other, how the lesbian community is small yet so big. Small enough that you probably know someone else through someone else you've slept with, but so big and there's so many of you. It shows everything from one-night stands to short-term relationships to long-term to committed relationships with children, and it just demonstrates how being a lesbian works in the real world and how it's so much alike a heterosexual relationship, yet at the same time so different. Lip service. Okay, this is a really great show to start off with. It's the UK version of the L Word, and yeah, the UK tried, but for some reason they ended up really messing up at the end of the first season, and that was that. But if you're interested in watching one season of a lesbian show, it's pretty good for what it is. Orange is the New Black, lots of lesbians, some bisexuals. Orange is the New Black is a fabulous series based off a true story. A woman called Piper is sent to jail for something she did once 10 years ago. And when she's in jail, she reconnects with her past lesbian lover. And so she's in between her fiancé, who's a male who's outside, and her lover who's on the inside. On top of that, there are many other lesbian couples inside the prison. And of course, The Fosters. The Fosters is about a family. 2 moms and their son and their adoptive twins and these new children they bring into their house. It's about how this family works through things and how even though they're a lesbian couple, they're still a couple and just as much of a family as anyone else. It teaches a lot of great lessons. One of my favorite quotes is, "DNA doesn't make a family, love does. And there's nothing wrong with being different. And who I love shouldn't be an issue for you or anyone else." It teaches you things that most shows don't teach you about living as a lesbian and having a family. That it's no different than any other family. Society is the only thing that makes it different. Let's not forget about Glee. Okay, everyone knows Glee. Glee is the only show, however, that has a lesbian, transgender, bisexual, and a gay person in the show. It is a musical show about theater kids, and it focuses on lesbians, gays, transgenders, bisexuals in high school, where kids really need guidance. And the lesbian couple that we're following on it is Brittany and Santana. It deals with Santana coming out, her family, and also her being okay with herself. Here's a bit of an older one, South of Nowhere. I remember seeing it when I was really young, and it was just so interesting because I never saw anything like it. I never saw anything with lesbians on it before. South of Nowhere came out in 2005 and ran to 2008. And in that time, there was nothing like that on TV. And it covered a lot of issues in that time of lesbians and gays and how they dealt with it and how they came out, because it showed like Spencer's family's reaction. Like, literally, they grabbed her girlfriend by the hair and threw her out of the house because it was disgusting. Like, it showed the issues then. It was really good and needed on television. It probably helped our TV shows now come to what they are. Now, these are the shows I'm not quite sure about because I haven't actually watched them a lot. Grey's Anatomy, Dr. Torres is a bisexual woman. Have not watched this yet, but I've heard great things. The Good Wife, she becomes out as a bisexual. In the sci-fi series Star-Crossed, there's an entire race of pansexuals. There's a show called EastEnders that's been running since 1995, and it apparently has a variety of different lesbians in it. I don't know much about it. Only thing I know is that it has lesbians in it. On Fox's TV show The Bridge, there is Lesbian. Once again, was about a single mom who was going out with a single dad, and it ran from 1999 to April 2002, and it had a lesbian in it. USA White Collar, Season 3, has a lesbian in it. There's an interracial lesbian couple on Under the Dome. On Orphan Black, there's some lesbian and gay characters on there. Well, first starts out as lesbi questioning, and that's all I have for you for right now. This episode has gone a lot longer than I thought. I hope, however, you did watch it all and enjoy it. Now I'm going to go watch some lesbian shows and then later update you on the ones I haven't watched yet. If you know of any more, please put them down in the comment section so I can review them myself. Alright, thanks for watching and have a gay day. Please help me spread knowledge and awareness by clicking subscribe and sharing my videos.